But let's now talk about all of the cues that you should track from an India market standpoint and all of the stocks that will be in focus today as well, because there's a lot since we've gotten into the into the earnings season. Let's invite our research team here to help us with the trade setup. We have Ekta and Hormaz joining us right now to take us through what we should be watching. Guys, a very good morning to both of you. Ekta, let me come to you first. We saw another record high on Friday and looks like the start once again is going to be well in the green.
Morning. Well, yes, the Sensex and the Nifty hit record highs on Friday's trading session, which was really led by the rally that we saw in IT stocks. We had the Nifty, which crossed 21,900 for the first time intraday. We had the Nifty, in fact, gaining for the fourth consecutive day. Now, the big four IT majors have beaten muted expectations. So HCL Tech and Wipro are going to be reacting to Q3 numbers. If you just glance through brokerage notes, most of them have raised their target prices on both of them. Now, in terms of other result reactions, we did see good numbers from Just Dial as well as Avenue Supermarts. So maybe the street is going to take cognizance of the fact that earnings has probably started on a positive note, and hence that is going to lead the markets higher despite all of the global cues which are quite tentative. So in terms of results today, just want to point that out. We have the likes of Geo Financial as well as Angel One, which will be reporting. So that will be important to watch. Now, in terms of the macro front as well, the India CPI came in at a 4-month high, but it was lower than our poll. Similarly, for the November IIP, it was impacted by Diwali and hence came in at around 2.4%. Now, overall for the global markets, the Dow closed more than 100 points lower. Like you pointed out, it was a weak session for the banks. Asia is mixed at this point in time. We had crude, which jumped up on Friday's trading session. The US military has struck another Houthi-controlled site when it comes to the Red Sea, and hence there is some amount of trepidation on that. But it seems as though the markets are completely unperturbed as of now. We're probably just about focusing on earnings. We're probably going to be focusing in terms of what the elections could throw up. And, at least in the near term, it would be in terms of domestic cues, maybe even the interim budget. Now, FII's net sold 340 odd crores, DII's net bought over 2,900 odd crores. And as you can see, it seems as though the domestic institutions are really stepping up when it comes to our markets in terms of purchases, and that seems to be supporting our markets as well. Seems like a good start, at least for the Indian markets.
All right, good start. Let's see how things move from there. Ekta, thanks a lot for bringing us all of those cues. Let's also talk about all of the stocks. Hormaz is here with that list. Hormaz, another big day for big tech.
It was IT on Friday. It might be IT today as well. That might lead the Nifty towards 22,000. And as Ekta mentioned about both Wipro and HCL Tech, Wipro's ADR was up 17% on Friday. But the more important thing to note is the management commentary, where the CEO, Thierry Delaporte, mentioned about the reports on the rifts with the management, and he said that they are aligned with the board on both targets as well as achievements for the company. And he also mentioned that they are seeing green shoots in discretionary spending. That is something to need to watch out for. HCL Tech, where the constant currency growth was the best among its peers, but it has trimmed the upper end of its guidance for FY24, but the margin guidance has been retained. Now, the big deal for today is Tata Consumer Products, and it is going to acquire 100% stake in Capital Foods for 5,100 crore rupees. It is also going to acquire Organic India in a 1,900 crore rupee deal, and the board is going to meet on the 19th of January to consider a fundraising proposal. eMudra has launched a QIP, where the sources have told CNBC-TV18 that the indicative issue price is 422 rupees, which is a 9.5% discount to Friday's closing price, and the company is seeking a dilution of up to 6.1% equity post the QIP. Anant Raj has also launched a QIP. It's looking to raise around 500 crore rupees, and the issue price here, according to sources, is set to be 296 rupees, which is a 4.8% discount to the floor price. And also, Anant Raj also featured in CNBC TV18's dealing room chatter on Friday. BHEL, the reports have been going around for a while. It is finally official that it has won that 1,500 crore order from NLC India, and the project is likely to be commissioned in 64 months. And lastly, Lupin, which has won a US FDA approval for a drug used in the treatment of hypertension. Back to you.
All right, so there's a lot of action in these individual names. Hormaz, thanks a lot for filling us in with all of that weekend's worth of action. But let's also talk about cues from the futures and options space. We have Nigel here with that. Nigel, looks like an 80-point gap up at the open, but take us through what we should watch as well.
Well, it seems like Nifty is set to hit 22,000 odd mark, and that could be a possibility just going by what the GIFT Nifty is suggesting, going by the cues as well that we have. Now, if you're looking at Friday's trading session, it was a good one. The Nifty Bank, there were some shots that got covered out. Yes, the Nifty Bank has been a bit of an underperformer, but these are first signs to say that close to around 10% open interest lower, and the Nifty Bank ended higher as well, telling you there was some short covering on the Nifty Bank. But we keep talking about the IT as well as the banking names. But Reliance Industries, that's as good as an index itself. And if you look at what happened in the past week, yes, the Nifty ended with some gains, but just take a look at Reliance Industries. That was up close to around 6%. And it seems the street is bidding up the stock. There is some anticipation going ahead. Big delivery-based buying, massive volumes as well. And that one clearly has been holding one end up. But if the Nifty needs to hold above the 22,000 odd mark, you'll have Reliance Industries that seems to be in a good spot. IT as well seems to be doing pretty well, and it'll have this tailwind of these results as well. But the Nifty Bank, can it go ahead and conquer the 20 DMA? That's the most crucial factor today, and the bulls will set its sights on this particular level that's up for you on the screen. We're only 150, 160 points away from these levels, but you want the Nifty Bank to go ahead and conquer this level. What are the FIs positioning? Well, they didn't change too much in terms of the open interest. So they continue to remain net long with close to 63% of their positions on the long side. On the option side, 21,700, 21,800 put, both of them did see a fair bit of open interest. And now you have the PCR that's moved to the upper end of the range. So that's sometimes a word of caution when you see the PCR move to around 1.5. And the Nifty ended higher, but the India VIX as well moved up. So that's another word of caution. The gift Nifty, though, suggests we're going to open up well in the green. Back to you.
All right, let's see if we sustain at those higher levels. Nigel, thanks a lot for bringing us all of those details in terms of the cues that we should watch. But with that,